Welcome back everyone to the final episode in Season 1 of Mythsmashers. I'm going to drop the series for a bit so I can pursue some new ideas. There's more information in my recent community tab post if you want to check that out after watching the video. I went through thousands of YouTube comments and Discord messages to find 20 myths that I really think would be a great temporary send-off for the series, so I hope you enjoy them. Let's get into it. Mr. Gaiman Watch's forward air can be reflected. Confirmed. It's an interesting move, to say the least. It's very good when applied properly, but is obvious counterplay if you hit it before it hits you. Be careful, cause if you use this move too often, that plan might blow up in your face. Villager's up special goes higher than Isabel's. Confirmed. Isabel's up special has a little stall at the end that makes her distance slightly worse. As a side note, mashing the B button and holding the B button are equally effective. Nana's moves stale. Smashed. This means any move that both ice climbers hit will always have the same knockback regardless of Popo's moves staling. This definitely caught me off guard, but to be honest, the ice climbers would need the extra damage and kill power anyways. You can reflect the beam from Link's forward smash at 0%. Confirmed. Most of these reflect ones might seem kinda obvious, but you never know, we've seen exceptions before. I thought maybe the beam would just count as a really disjointed hitbox without the projectile properties. Using Jigglypuff's rest on a boss still gives them the extra damage from the flower after the initial hit. Smashed. To be fair, if this was true, Jigglypuff could kill every boss in like 3 hits, and that's kinda broken. I guess bosses aren't affected by the extra effects of moves, just the damage. Paralyzation time is increased if the paralyzing projectile is reflected. Smashed. I expected this to be true because your down smash stuns longer if you charge it more, but reflection only seems to buff the damage, since there's no knockback. Enough jump boosting spirits will make short hops higher than regular jumps would be without the spirits. Confirmed. These short hops aren't so short anymore. This may not work for every character because some have different height ratios for their short hops and full hops. When Ditto copies someone, they will also copy that player's current percent and be launched accordingly. Smashed. They get launched the same distance regardless, so Ditto doesn't make a true copy of the fighter's current state. Rather, they have a replica stored of each fighter and they just bring that out upon being summoned. Lamar can't repluck a pocketed Pikmin. Smashed. Villager's pocket usually prevents the opponent from using the pocketed move until Villager decides to use it against them. I didn't know what to expect here, honestly. Maybe Olimar could only pluck 2 Pikmin, maybe none at all, or even just couldn't pluck that type of Pikmin. But Villager's pocket doesn't seem to affect Olimar whatsoever. Palutenas Guidance will stop if a stage morph happens.
It's Batu! Will you quit calling me that?
Now where did you disappear to after the fight with Hades?
Actually, Dark Pit works for me now.
Smashed. The cutscene will actually postpone the stage morph until it's finished. So instead of the stage morph stopping the cutscene stops the stage morph. This also works the same way for Snake's codec and the conversations between Star Fox members on Lilat. Ness and Lucas will heal less from stalled projectiles. Confirmed. I made sure the CPU used PK freeze with the exact same charge each time for accurate results. Fun fact, using a spirit for Lucas to increase his power doesn't change the amount Ness can heal from it. Little Mac's KO punch will ignore super armor. Smashed. The thought process behind this was that grabs beat super armor, and both grabs and KO punch beat shields. So I thought maybe the KO punch had some sort of grab property before activating the punch, but I guess not. Final smashes can stale. Confirmed. Pretty interesting that this is the case since it isn't part of a character's default moveset. The developers really don't want you spamming in this game, not even final smashes. Doc Louie's voice will change if Little Mac has a mushroom or a poison mushroom.
Hit him, baby. Let him have it back. Hit him, baby. Let him have it back.
Let him have it back.
Confirmed. This is hilarious, since Doc Louie isn't the one whose size is being affected. He's a completely separate person from Little Mac, but his voice is still altered by someone else's size up. The timer item will slow down command grabs. For some reason, this only works on up specials. I'm not sure how to explain this one or why it only works on the two I've shown. I would say it has something to do with the momentum from using a recovery move, but Bowser's side special does almost the same thing and isn't affected by the timer. Sonic's fully charged spin dashes are faster than his run. Confirmed. This doesn't count the charge time of the spin dashes since we're measuring his top speed here. It's a nice allusion to his classic and adventure era games, since this was also the case there. If you switch to an Ice Climber's color alt where Nana is the primary climber will have the spike instead of the secondary one. Smashed. Even though we appear to be playing as Nana here, color alts don't change the actual gameplay. The only exception I've seen for this is choosing different Pokemon for the Pokemon trainer to start their battle with. Pokemon will keep any items they're holding while switching. Smashed. I mean, it makes sense, but I also thought there was a chance that the item would just disappear completely until you re-summon the Pokemon that held it. I could be wrong, but I think this is the only way to drop an item and perform a move at the exact same time. King Dedede can hit his own Gordo if it's reflected back to him. Confirmed. What I didn't know before testing this is that King Dedede will hit the Gordo back almost automatically if you press an attack button shortly before the Gordo hits you. The grab box for this swing has a really generous range too, so physically hitting it back is actually quite difficult without activating this. And finally, a Slumber Immunity Spirit will stop Peach's final smash from putting you to sleep. Confirmed. This was inspired from my previous myth about Slumber Immunity Spirits stopping Jigglypuff's sing. Well, we did it, gamers. That's the last myth I'll be testing for a while. You should still leave your myths in the comments for whenever I decide to continue the series. But I'll catch you in my next video. See ya.